think we're still on the warm-up as of now. And this is Mouse's map. If you didn't know, Mouse, they're phenomenally strong on Dust 2. That's certainly one way of putting it. So it's not looking too promising for FM.
Do you know what? During the last game, a lot of people were saying, God, the British commentators are going against the British team. One thing I should say is we're actually not for or against either team.
Yeah.
That's something that, like, it may come across it in the way we're putting things, but I promise you, I am interested in having the best game possible.
Exactly. And who doesn't love an underdog story? It's pretty much human nature to root for the underdog, and FM are the underdog. So sometimes it's going to come across like we're favouring them, but that's just because, I don't know, it's that unwritten rule that you want to see the underdog win. Think of Rocky, think of movies like that. You don't love that movie because it's a good boxing movie, although it is. It's the underdog story.
Yeah,
to get really off point.
Movie. Yeah, well, let's start talking about Rocky for a while. So, yeah, it looks like the players are back, so we'll get things started with a knife round. But
did I say warm up then? Or did I say warm up? Because I swear I said warm up. Did I say warm up? Brilliant.
I don't know. All I know is you called our viewers your lovelies, and that always makes me laugh.
They are my lovelies. Even if they hate me, they're still my lovelies. Because they're watching and they're supporting the stream whether they like it or not. So it's always good. Also, if you want to follow the stream, click the follow button, guys, and that will that'll make us all very happy, and you'll be notified every time we go live. But that being said, Stress, we're in the knife round.
We are indeed, and it's looking pretty good for, I want to say FM, but they are evening this up pretty quickly. Although Legia has been surrounded. Yeah.
Good luck.
Can he do this? Can he do it?
He could. Yeah, because two right clicks will do enough damage, and there we go.
Legia, just playing it. Knife King, Tabson says. And I don't know whether you caught that. Tabson started that off, jumping off some bricks and like trying to knife RDL in the head. Didn't actually get it, and took like a knife cross to like the ankle.
So he tried like the 360 no knife? I want to say no scope, but what would you go for then? Yeah, knife throw. To cite a much worse FPS game, in one of the Call of Duty games you can throw knives, and I can't remember what they're called. They're ballistic knives.
Yeah, you used to have one that fired on a spring, but that's not this game. And you know what's happening in this game is FM are rushing straight out of B here, and Mouz, maybe they're caught a little bit unaware, because RDL has taken them down already. And that's going to be a bomb plant on to B site.
It is very quick. An explosive play from FM Esports is exactly what you need to do on Dust 2 on T. Remember that Dust 2 is a T-favoured map, but this is Mouse. And we all know what Mouse are capable of doing on Dust 2. However, can they retake the bomb? Not looking likely. There's Rattlesnake spraying through on the box. Tabson will pick up the first kill. There's Rattlesnake. Tabson gets his second. He's been on fire throughout this game. He's all that remains, but he will be falling either way. So comfortable opening for FM Esports.
Very comfortable. Kind of what you'd expect from this. It is Mouz's map, but when you're in a situation like that on B-side, it's incredibly difficult to retake when you don't have the numbers, when you don't have the positions either. And I think Speedy jumped in, kind of half-flashed himself, and ended up looking at nobody, because everybody was in cover from where he was standing, and he just like couldn't quite get it. But we've got the armor buy that we've been seeing out of teams again and again here today, and it's not quite worked out yet here in this series, but in the first series between between Wizards and Fnatic, it did work very, very well. And Weber actually forgoing his gun there, as he is incredibly low. Figures he's a man that's not long for this world, as Nuki will round the corner, takes him out. That's really good saving of a weapon there.
I can't believe he got away with that one. So 1-on-1 in terms of death so far, and FM are going to be pushing into B once again. Nobody apart from Chris J and Legia are in position. Legia picks up one, picks up the second with a deagle. Can you believe this? Oh my goodness, this would be FM up the creek without a paddle if they lose this round. They desperately need it. There's Rattlesnake with one, with two, and suddenly it's on a 1v1 situation, and RDL falls. Mouse again get the eco round in their favour. What is going on tonight?
CZ's are good, man. That's what I'm gonna say. CZ's and armor, they are pretty strong. Legia says king of one more thing.
King of the Eagles, king of knives.
Man. Oh dear, there's some trash talk coming out. I don't know whether you got that on, on stream, but you know these teams all like each other, so it's all in good fun.
You gotta love Tabson.
Oh dear,
Caparino.
Speedy picks up Niels at connector, and you know you said this is Mouz's map, and they may be taking control of this round, but you know we're so early on in this, and really this is a situation that we love to be in, is that anything can happen, and that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty much the tagline of CSGO. Anything can happen. Chris J had a really quiet first map. This is tailor-made to fit him, to fit his AWP. He's still bottom fragging, but we are still in the early stages, and that's going to be a very comfortable anti-eco round from Mouz. In fact, this could be another eco round for FM Esports, so this is going from bad to worse for them.
Yeah, and you saw that Chris J saved the armor, well, didn't buy armor last round so that he could afford the AWP. This time has got enough for it, so he's going to be feeling a little bit more comfortable. But this is a fast push. Looks like they're angling through lowers right now by FM, and nobody's currently playing the mid role for Mouz. Let's take a look. Chris J is looking through the tunnel. Is anybody going to spot this push before it's too late? Smokes come out. I believe they know it's there, as Legia can see them coming through the window. Gets good damage off on one, gets good damage off on two, but does get dropped by Weber, and Chris J falls to Hughes as well. The retake is about to come through from Nookie, looking for damage. Weber is incredibly low behind the window. Tabson will take one, and that is surely going to be the site cleaned up. And Mouz will retake the point.
Alright, well, all things considered, not terrible from FM. That was an eco round, they got 2 kills, they got the bomb down, so that's going to give their economy a bit of a boost. However, they still find themselves 3-1 down, still an AWP on the side of Mouz Sports, which will be given across to Chris J, no doubt. There we go. However, that's going to get FM some weapons as well. So these are the rounds that matter. These are the rounds where you go big, you go home, you sink or you swim. FM, they have to start putting some rounds on the board, otherwise they're quickly going to find out the hard way how good Mouz just are on Dust 2.
And that is not a lesson that you actually want to be on the receiving end from, because we've seen it happen to, you know, some of the top teams as well. I mean, we were talking a little bit about this in the break, and Mouz just are a very good team. Tabson gets dropped very low though, so that's a good start here, perhaps. But nobody has fallen yet, and as I say that, RDL will be the first to fall. Rattlesnake will even it up with one for FM Toxic. He's firing off through the door. It's an AWP off blind.
Well, one player apiece has fallen. Chris J again has gone down without really giving too much to his team. Hughes just hiding around in the shadows will get rewarded with his patience, and they do have the player advantage with Tabson tagged up heavy, Leggy on around 50% of his hit points as well. This is the time to strike. The bomb is slowly but surely coming through as well. So, which way are they going to try and plant this one down? It's looking like Niels is going to take the bomb through mid, and they haven't made a decision yet with 30 seconds. Probably going to go B, because there's 2 players on A for Mouz Sports, and that's indeed what they're going to do. There's Leggy with the AWP, though. He picks up one. Tabson shouldn't be long for this world, although, okay, there we go. For a second, I thought Hughes had messed up his opportunity. He's going to find Nookie as well, who will take him down. Suddenly a 2v2 situation, Stress. We've been here so many times in this best of 3, and FM have to clutch this one.
Oh, Leggy with the AWP. Can he get the quick shot? No, can't get it. Can't get a second either, and now he's under a lot of pressure as Niels will jump onto the site, and now it's a tough spot for Mouz. If they'd have got... Oh, it's not a tough spot at all. I wasn't looking at the time. Too engrossed in the kills.
I don't even know what to say about that. That was, again, FM. You're in a 2v2. You know there's not much time left. Why are you not pushing quicker than that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
And it turns out Legia bought just enough time in that. So, man, I thought he'd messed up, but he'd done enough. He had done enough.
The chat explodes. Most of it negativity towards FM, but it explodes none the least. And I'm still a bit shell-shocked from that last round, and I'm hoping that FM can compose themselves here. A lot of teams would push that self-destruct emo button, 3 shots down, all headshots from Mouz though. And they are going to be punishing for FM for their mistakes. Flash coming through from Leggy, going to push it as well. Does get headshotted down by Weber. Very nice play from him, but there's the cleanup from Mouz. They only lose Leggy in the process.
And Leggy was playing incredibly ballsy. He was just staring through doors, firing up onto short. And, you know, as you said, it's a Mouz map, so they know exactly what they can do on which different part of the economy FM are in. And, you know, Leggy knows that he can play like that when FM aren't in a situation to punish him for doing it. It took 2 people, really, to start punishing him for it, because he got good damage off as well.
And they do have enough funds to buy up again here. They're on the losing bonus, but it's rounds that you need. It's not money in this game. There's FM lurking again. This split push. Hughes in long. Niels in mid. RDL and Weber occupying lower tunnels. They are going to be pushing out. Rattlesnake still far behind with the AWP. So overall, not committing to anything. Smoke's going down. Beautiful shot, though, from Rattlesnake, and that is going to open up the long. So now they have the pick. They're going to start to move in and try and make as much play as possible because they're 5-1 down. Chris J comes back, though, and does secure himself a kill.
Beautiful smoke and flash there from Chris J to make sure they could take down the terrorists as they were looking to angle through onto long, and an incendiary into the pit is going to keep them there, but FM are a little bit spread out. They've got the bomb down on A, but then Weber is low health in mid. You see RDL up on short, so they've finally got themselves into a situation to defend this, but they've already lost some health. Smokes have gone down onto the site as well, and now they're going to be blind coming into this site if they want to prevent the defuse. The jumping attempt to get around the corner as Chris J picks him out of the air. Weber took down Nookie, but this would be... Did he get it? Oh my goodness! Weber, who needs health? Who needs health?
The beast incarnate comes round. Oh my goodness. To be fair, though, that was a horrific missed shot. I can't remember who it was, but someone with the AWP was trying to snipe him down from short and missed it, and then paid for it dearly with that round. So again, it's plays like that that can make all the difference. Now, FM Esports, they have another buy on their hands. Fair enough, they're against the double AWP comp here from Mouz Sports, but they need to win these now.
Man, that's Weber getting the clutch at the end, just managing to pick that up. But that was insane and very needed for FM as well. You look at the score here, and we've commented terrorist-sided map, and they've only got 2 in the books already, and they really need more. To go against Mouz, who are going to be T-side on the second half, you need a lot more rounds than this, but Mouz are just doing so well at slowing FM down to the point where FM just aren't in the positions that they need to be to take the bomb site and hold it. They're too spread out, they're too weak, they've already taken a lot of health, and it's impossible for them to hold the sites.
It's a very good point you make, that this is typically a T-sided map, and Mouz are just taking FM Esports to school right now. Textbook performance. They're going to start to rush through short. You can see Nookie has to drop down. Here comes Thompson, does miss that shot. That could prove to be critical. Gets it on the second time of asking. Comes back round again. Misses once again. And he will be punished for that one. RDL headshots him down. 2 players on B are going to be Chris J and Leggy. And now moving towards mid. Rattlesnake is laying in wait. Hoiled, ready to strike. There's Hughes though. That's going to be a 3-on-2. And this is looking good for FM.
It is looking good, but nobody has dealt with Legia, as Legia was picking up Hughes there, and honestly, FM were in a situation where they really should have been a little bit better off. It is Rattlesnake still to play, and the defuse comes through. Rattlesnake was not in a position to hold the point, and that's the point I was making, is FM are so spread out when they do get the plant that they can't hold it effectively.
They're so desperate to get the plant down, but in doing so they're playing themselves out of position. And I think there was a lack of communication there as well between the last 2 FM players. That, okay, I'm really low, he's here, I need help right now. And Rattlesnake was a bit too slow to react to that one, and that will be the straight up defuse. 6-2. They have the AWP though going into this round stress, so they can feasibly get some more picks and try and convert that into a round. But already, Mouz Sports in such a good position. Full buy up from them again. Chris J spotted himself. Weber. Let's get A slight tickle with 12 HP, but nothing to write home about.
You can see how comfortable Mouz are at playing here on Dust 2. The fact that Chris J is comfortable enough to move all the way up, know that Weber is likely there, and then get some damage onto him completely for free. As, you know, Mouz are just slowing down, even gets the kill. And, I mean, was there any need for Weber to be peeking that?
Not really. Maybe trying to look for information, but information is not worth your life. In some very small circumstances it is, but in this case, no, it's not. So that's going to buy up FM a bit of a, I was going to say a brief respite, but to be fair, it's not. To be frank, they're still in a dire situation with Hughes on 4% of his hit points. He's been taken down, bombs drop, Rattlesnake's going to get done from behind. Giggity. I didn't mean to say that. I realised what I said after it came out my mouth.
Oh dear.
Gets
Well,
done
at
from
least,
behind.
at
GG.
least I'm not the one that's going to get all the hate for today. I need
It's
to actually tab
nearly
over
12
to
my
chat to
time.
see that.
I'm so tired.
Oh,
Just let that one
dear.
out. GG.
Oh dear.
I think I'll let you take this round, mate, because, yeah.
Oh, well, this round is going to be maybe a bit of a faster round out of FM. We'll see where indeed they push, but Nookie is already anticipating a lowers push. Rattlesnake has got the orb. Oh, Nookie. What? Nookie, come on. He didn't want to give away his positioning, but then he moves out into open ground. Oh, man. Legia picks up one in mid. Hughes does return it, but this is kind of tit for tat here to, I believe Pansy is the queen of that phrase, but
Where are you going with this?
to be honest, it's actually quite a commonly used English phrase,
Yeah, I know.
but everybody says that Pansy always says that, so I thought I'd at least give her credit before people are like, oh my god, this guy's stealing Pansy's sayings.
I remember I used to cast COD 4 with her, and she used that quite a lot as well. But regardless, 1v2 situation, and Niels is going to get the upper hand. That was a very, very important round. I think actually saying that's understatement of the year, perhaps, because if FM lose that, they're going to have to eco again, and then they're going to be looking at 8-3, 9-3 kind of deficit. That could be the round that brings them back.
Yes, it could be. Could, but... oh, they got a lot to do. I find myself saying that a lot as well, but this is a quick push on too long if they can get out on it, but look at the reaction from Mouz already. This is far faster than we saw FM rotating in the previous map. But it's not a full commit out of FM. You can see they made the noise and now they've headed over to mid, and maybe they can catch Mouz a little bit unawares here.
That must be the plan for them right now. Boosting up onto short from the box. 3 players strong pushing short right now. They got 1 in long. It's going to be Weber. Hurricane Hughes is just chilling out in mid. RDL picks up the first. Weber chimes in with the second. This is an eco round, however, so this is a formality you'd have to assume. It's just a case of can they keep all their AKs? The answer is no. Niels was taken down previously, and Hughes picks it up as Legia went for a dive. He could fly for a few seconds. He believed he could fly until he broke his neck on the landing.
Oh, that's quite morbid.
That got a bit grim, didn't it?
And now I know what happens when we stream with Vince this late at night. People get done from behind and break their necks. It's quite a violent stream.
It gets quite weird. Definitely gets weird is the word I would use.
Well, you did start this off by, so tell us about yourselves, and you were like, well, I got a
30 sense of humour.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I think it's starting to shine through now because I'm getting tired. So my tolerance is going down, but fortunately, FM are digging in deep. That being said, Chris J's picked up the first Weber with a nice double. Catches Legia and Chris J as they retreat. And there will be no surrender, no prisoners taken this round. Nookie comes in though with a FAMAS 3-on-3. How many times have we said that in this game? However, FM Toxic normally are coming out worse in these exchanges. They've got the bomb down, so everything you'd have to feel is definitely in their side, in their favour.
Rattlesnake makes sure that FM Toxic have the advantage by taking down the first from mid, and RDL will do the last bit of work there to take down Tabson. So, you commented, that could have been the build back for FM. Is it on? Is it coming here? Is this what's happening? Is it going to be the comeback? It would be a big ask against Mouz on Dust 2, with Mouz, getting closer and closer to their T side, but Not impossible.
That's the thing. That this is still FM on the quote-unquote easier side of Dust 2 when they're losing. So you gotta think of it that way as well. Suddenly 5 kills explode as Mouz are brought back to all even. Just a deagle in the hands of Chris J. I've seen him do incredibly remarkable things just like that with the 1 deagle on Rattlesnake, looking to rinse and repeat. But he is gonna take some refuge in CT spawn. 1v2 Weber knows the bomb has been spotted by his adversary, so he's gonna smoke the cross and try and make something happen.
It's a big ask. 30 health with the AK. Gonna get the bomb. Weber's gonna play this oh so carefully, but Nookie now has seen him, knows he's on site. It's just a case of waiting this out now, because if they don't let Weber get the plant, or they're gonna readjust and look for a better retake. I think this is probably the smarter option here by Mouz. In fact, Weber's never even going to get the bomb down because he still thought that Nookie was on short.
And by the way, that was an eco from Mouz.
Oh,
so,
dear.
yeah. Again, I would actually be quite interested to go through stats and see how many times an eco round is won tonight. I'm going to go ahead and say 10-15 times.
It's been a lot. And the eco with armor Rattlesnake. See ya, Chris J. This is your map? Nope, my mid area though with the AWP. That's 2 kills in quick succession out of FM Esports, and every time we think, oh, maybe they've had the comeback and then it gets shut down, it's always the next round where they're like, actually, no, we still want to have a comeback on this, so we're gonna take a big advantage to begin this.
FM Esports are just like the quintessential blue balls of CSGO. The teasing for the epic comeback. And they're setting it up perfectly. They're like, just when you think they're out, nope, we'll pull it back again. Weber, please. Oh goodness me, Weber, that was a really important kill because now short is no longer secure for them. This grenade could do the trick though. And there we go, indeed Niels will get that kill. However, there's Tabson still lurking around and Legia in the smoke.
Oh man, I was not expecting that comment, but
had to be made.
Are FM expecting the boost? They've certainly heard it happen. Are they going to be able to retake? Because the site is in control of Mouz, and they've taken the first kill, they've taken the second, and they've got the kits. Retake was good.
So, best case scenario now for FM Esports is 9-6 on T side on Dust 2, and that is far from ideal, especially when you're against Mouz. I think I read in chat before that someone said Mouz were born on Dust 2, and honestly, I would not be surprised. Right, these guys are so at home here, and if this goes 10-5 at half time, I can't really see how FM will bounce back, unless they can win the pistol round. A lot rests on that, actually.
I mean, what kind of advantage do they need to be in? It was 5v3.
Yeah. It's been that a number of times as well.
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously we're saying Mouz are the better team, but... sorry, the better team on this map, but, you know, if you have that kind of advantage, you know, if you're a coherent team, you should still be able to take that round through. But, of course, anything can happen. That's what we're saying. I think even Spidey was a little bit... Speedy was a little bit confused about that, but, oh, RDL pushes through the mid doors. We'll give FM the advantage once again. This time we'll see if they can use it. They're going to change strat and head for B. Tabson takes up Weber though. Niels has opened up that site, but Speedy is in that doors area, looking to get into the site, but they know they can just kind of wait their time. They're against that auto sniper and an M4, so they've got to make sure they don't peek, but Rattlesnake's the one peeking, takes one down for himself, looks for the defuse. He's looking the wrong way though, Speedy. Oh, of all the angles, he had a lot covered, but wasn't quite where RDL was sitting.
I feel a bit sorry for him, because I thought for a second Speedy had spotted him in the left of his vision there, when he had a quick flip to his left. But it's a really horrible position to be in, because it's like, okay, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Now Mouz are going to be jumping on to the T side here, and of course that's going to leave FM on CTs, and they're going to have to win this pistol round, Stress. It's so important for them. They can get a couple of rounds back to back.
They're going to need something magical. I don't like downplaying teams or, you know, making too big a lead, but we've commented time and time again, Mouz on Dust 2 is not something to be trifled with, so Let's see what they got for us in this pistol round. Flashes come out onto long. Tabson is going to spot. That's a lot of flashes have come out over long already, and no kills because of it. But look at the members of FM heading away. They're all committing all the way up onto this mid area.
They are. This is an interesting tactic, to say the least. That assuming the B push is on, Leggy gets the first kill, will be taken down and turned off from Neil, so equating it up nicely. You got the one player though. Nookie is on A, all by his lonesome. He's getting a lot of information right now. It's like, okay guys, there's not many players here, and he's also drawing out. Look at this. Hughes, Niels, RDL all have pushed round to short to try and deal with Nookie. And in the meanwhile, you can see the rest of the team is pushing in. Unbeknownst to Mouse Sports, if they went in on B right now, it would be a free plant, 100% free. But they're waiting around a bit too long. Now Tabson's going in.
And this noise being made by Nookie is selling this completely to FM. They haven't had anybody on long for so very long in this round that there's no way FM know until now. Now is the only moment that FM would have known that this in fact was a B push, because Rattlesnake is going to be thinking, where's that ticking? It's all the way over the other side of the map.
Yeah, and that was beautiful play from Nookie. He really drew out the majority of FM. You could say that they were too antsy with their rotation. They were a bit too easily baited in. But still, Nookie making the plays, getting that bomb for free, and getting the kills. And that's going to put them in a position right now where they can buy up. They got a scout as well on Chris J. So they're really going all in for this round, pushing in on towards B. And to be fair to them, it's just going to be Niels and Weber. In fact, just Niels for now. So they're going to rush straight through. This should be a clean sweep. Leggy going in first. He will be getting the kill there with the headshot. Weber comes back round though. He evens it up. But Spiddy with the return kill. Tabson as well chiming in. Just 2 players remaining for FM Esports. And this should be 11-6 now to Mouse.
Yeah, Tabson's cut off anybody coming through CT here. And you can see that they've had Chris J playing pretty deep back on T-Spawn for a while. And with that scout, he's going to head away from tunnels because he doesn't really want to end up in a situation where he's up close and personal with only that scout to his name, but swaps it out. He's going to feel a lot more comfortable, and there's not a lot here FM can do in this round.
Yeah, just try and save up the P250 CZ, because against AKs and Galils with full armor, I mean, the chance of getting a lucky kill are slim to none, to be fair to them. So you can see Rattlesnake is waiting for the exit frags, but smartly, our Sports is just going to congregate around the CT spawn, and Rattlesnake goes in to meet his demise. Spiddy gets on the scoreboard again, having a quick look. Very even dispersal of kills on Mouse. You've got 2 players on 17, 1 on 15, so everyone's pulling the weight right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the one thing you look at, is everybody's pulling their weight, and that's Mouse on Dust too. That's what you kind of expect, is that they are just looking so consistent, and they don't have to do anything particularly special because they just know this so well. However, look at this from Niels up on top of the boxes, takes out one. Weber will fall, and now Niels is peering into the smoke. Nookie is surely going to angle his way out, and this is kind of a flashback to earlier. It's going to be Nookie this time taking him down. B-site is open, but the bomb is all the way over towards shore.
Yeah, Nookie Mr. Angles coming in there and getting the upper hand, 4 on 1. Just Hughes remaining, CZ in hand, and he's not going to last too long against Spiddy. He takes down that kill, 12-6. Deja vu from the previous map. Now, if you remember going into Inferno, which fair play is an entirely different ballgame altogether, and FM's map of choice, they did go on a tear at this point, Stress, and won the next 4 to take it 12-10. They're going to have to do the same here if they want to stand any chance in this map.
Yeah, and the kind of funny thing about that is Rattlesnake gets taken to begin the round. That's not going to help FM come back into it, but we spoke about how FM's T-side was supposed to be the one that was, so good on Inferno, and then it's the opposite. Well, Mouz here are so good on Dust too that we'll see whether, the expected result comes out as a mirror like it did in the last game. But for now, Mouz are looking very strong. They're looking very strong indeed.
Oh,
Incendiary comes out. That looked good.
It bounced off the back of one of his teammates.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, it didn't come out. It was a Molotov.
Yeah. the molly though, the molly plays, is to lure FM into a false sense of security, which I guess is working because Spiddy's just made short work of RDL, and already that bomb's down.
The reason Hughes will pick up one here, but I don't think they can get too much here. But yeah, I was actually specking, I think it was Chris J, that it bounced off the back of his head, so it looked like it kind of came over his shoulder a little bit. So I was like, oh, okay, good incendiary, and then realized the glass smashed. So I was like, great Molotov, bro.
You know, his teammates were feeling a bit lonely. He wanted to light a campfire up. You know,
Hughes, actually, this round is not all that over. We were taking it lightly, and Hughes, however, from behind, Legia picks that up. The round was done, as in it was, you know, the round result was complete, but Hughes wanted to make sure that Mouz don't get too far ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to punish them for their over-exuberance there, and being a bit too arrogant, I have to say. But still, they got the round. They're 13-6 up. FM Esports do have the losing bonus, though, so they're able to buy up a lot more frequently right now, but they need to start putting this into kills and then rounds. Not converting it is going to be detrimental to their tournament health. As, again, you can see that a mid-push bias into short from Mouz, and why the hell not? There's no resistance at all, no contestation from the side of FM, and this is going to be another free A pick, I have to feel, because it's just RDL and Rattlesnake to stop them.
Yeah, Speedy already took down Hughes on long, but the bomb is actually headed over to B. Maybe they're trying to bait FM into heading towards A, like they have done the last couple of rounds, but again, it's so composed out from Mouz, although saying that, there's Weber and Niels taking down two of Mouz to begin with. Legia has evened that one back up, but what that has done is made sure that B site is clear for a plant here for Mouz.
Yep, looking good for Mouz again. What looked like a round could it be going into the hands of FM is hardly backfired, or has it? Have I spoke too soon? RDL with the FAMAS, 8 HP, still going down and picking up kills. Can he get the second? Can he get the third? Rattlesnake from the side, from the window. He's not able to secure that one. There's Nookie for his double headshot. Beautiful plays, 14-6. And Mouz are just... well, they're barreling down to that finish line. For FM to win from this point would take Herculean throws from Mouz Sports, and I'm not sure they're capable of doing that right now.
So far, FM have got 0 rounds this half. And as you said, they're barreling towards the finish line of Mouz. And I mean, what do FM do from here? They're onto a mixed buy here. FAMAS, they do have one AWP, but it's RDL that's going to get that M4 working for them. They got a lot pushed up deep onto long, but it's short that the bomb's coming from.
But again, how many times have we seen them with a player or two-player advantage and still not win the round? You can see right now that Spiddy is moving into long, hereby producer making some weird high-pitched noises, which means one of two things. He's lagging or he's having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a mixture of both. Apparently it's back, so let's just carry on like nothing happened. It's so weird when I can hear my producer going high-pitched in my ear. But regardless, Rattlesnake is hanging around A, he's won himself a couple of players. That flash is going to prove to be fatal for him. Leggy comes in, Spiddy, Chris J, everyone is jumping in, kills to go. And suddenly, once again, FM with a player advantage, throw it away.
Chris J knew exactly where RDL was, bounced the flash over the wall, drops down into CT, and he peers over the wall, picks him off from above. And they have to save, maybe? I mean, FM Toxic are going to try and save, but it's down to Chris J. Chris J and Nookie against Weber halfway across the map. Oh, 15-6. FM, you do not have enough money to full buy.
So, I want to see in chat if anyone believes that FM Esports can pull it back from here. They don't even have enough for a full buy. They're going for Mag 7s and FAMASs with an M4 thrown in for good measure. They need to win the next 9 rounds, and then after that go into overtime. So, does anyone believe? Hashtag believe. Let's see any FM believers right now. Personally, I think it's too tall of an order to ask for, as Stress rightfully pointed out before. They've yet to win a single round on this side. And Spiddy's just pushing through long. Nookie, was that a wall bang on Weber? I didn't quite see it.
He shot through the box. Didn't even have vision of him, but knows the map well enough. Just completely 100-0 through the box.
Well, I'm sorry, believers, but not today.
Not today. Mouz look just far too strong here on Dust 2, and I mean, FM had flashes, just like Wizards did. They had flashes of greatness, but again, consistency. Consistency is the key.
That's exactly it. With games like Counter-Strike, if you're consistent, then you can easily barrel over teams. But we saw this with Wizards, now we've seen it with FM. They can make the big plays.